Wow, M. What the hell? Hello. What's up? How we doing? How's it going? Thank you, M. Yeah, frankly, this is all kind of futile because what's going to happen is that this is not gonna work once I'm there, right? That's the true problem. That's the sad thing. Because the internet's going to be so shit. The landlord let me have a decent sized CRT he had sitting around. I'm excited to put together some sort of retro setup. Nice. Hell yeah. You should post a picture of it. Let us know the model number in the Retro Babble channel. I would be curious to know. So this is the Retro Pi that I set up. It's Pi 5. It's running Replay OS, latest version. 1.0. It just came out. Do you like the available space? I've they also just put up the RGB Pi 2 for sale. So I purchased two of those. So the bitrate may be very low, yes, which is why I wanted to test things. It looks like right now we're putting out 666 kilobits per second. But M said everything looked good. Okay. See, this is all of the settings are like cranked down because of last year. Like we basically couldn't stream. So I assume that's probably still going to be the case. Yeah, downscale it. I can't change that live. I would have to bounce the stream to do that. I upped the bitrate to 2000. It's better now. So the thing is that the internet will not have improved. Damn, 70 stream streak. Hell yeah, Brown Fairy. Thank you. This music ingrained in you. It is beautiful music. Super Mario World is one of my favorite games of all time. It's kind of like a perfect game, I think. I don't even know, Beer. It's gonna be it's gonna be by the seat of our pants, just like every year. It won't be hardwired because they don't even have a router there. They have Wi-Fi, and it's also like hidden. So I just have to get on that Wi-Fi, and that's that. What's really annoying about it? So it's an Airbnb type of situation, and something that's very obnoxious about it is like you got this Wi-Fi, but then you don't have cable. You have like a smart TV that is reliant on the internet to function, and the the internet is ass. Like, have you looked at your own setup, your own television, like for your guests? Have you noticed that it doesn't fucking work because the internet is trash ass? Fortunately, I have prepared a mini media server to go. So I have another SD card that is a whole Kodi setup where I have preloaded it with a bunch of Christmas movies and TV shows and other movies and stuff to just bring along as a backup. I will never fucking buy a Starlink anything, and I hope that that company goes out of business. Even if it would solve my problem. But yeah. So this is not at all what it's going to be like when we're there, unfortunately. And no idea how bad it's going to be. So most of this is probably going to be for nothing. Unfortunately. Because I think if I try to actually stream any games, it's just gonna collapse on the shitty internet, right? Yeah, I mean, hoping for the best, but I know it's gonna be bad. It's been bad every year that we've been here. I'm hoping in the future maybe we can do a different place that's maybe, you know, more connected. Do you like the Ambuscan? Ambuscan, I think it's called. whatever it is. It's an interesting feature of this operating system, and it is what is actually called is Ambuscan. This here, and it's that color that you see on the edge, rather than just being black. It does something that's kind of similar to you remember when there was that brief fad where TVs you could put lights behind the TVs and they would like match the colors of what's being shown on the television. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of neat. I'm not sure it works great for capture though, because it kind of looks like there's just these unnecessary extra color bars. But I think it's good for screens because it's rather than just showing black, it's at least like kind of cycling some soft colors and stuff, which is probably better for the health of the screen. And it doesn't look bad at all. It's rather pleasing, I would say, on screens. I don't know. I called it a fad, and I'm just being, I guess, my usual negative self. But I feel like I saw a lot of that like a decade ago, and then like none of it now today. You know, like it used to be a thing that would come up in like review videos and stuff more often, like for when you're purchasing monitors or stuff, or looking for like televisions. I just don't see it anywhere anymore. Like nobody talks about it anymore. So it's sort of a thing that people cared about a lot, I guess, when it was new, and then I just feel like it faded into the background. Not that it's gone, it's just not a thing that people really emphasize as much anymore. Yeah, YouTube's is not very good. Also, can I just say that the Raspberry Pi 5 is very impressive at its capabilities. For instance, you would think that Dreamcast would be too much, but check this shit out. Okay, check this shit out. Some games crash. Actually, I may have made it angry. I did make it angry. Damn it! I was talking you up, and then you do this. You do this now when I was in the middle of talking you up, making me look like a fool. What's your fucking problem? So there are videos out there that show the Raspberry Pi 5 can handle-ish GameCube emulation, but the performance starts to drop off. And as I think I mentioned this to you before, Dev, in the Discord or maybe on stream or wherever. Maybe I didn't mention it, but this operating system is extremely strict and very tailored to like only what is performant on the Raspberry Pi 5 or whichever hardware platform you're on. So in this case, GameCube is not available because this in this OS, the creator of it will not include the platform unless it is platform perfect. In other words, if it ran at 60 frames per second on the original hardware, then he won't include it unless it runs in 60 frames per second on the Raspberry Pi 5. And the GameCube does not. The Dreamcast does if I can get this one of these games to load without crashing. I updated all the BIOS files today, and I think I might have jumped the gun, and I might have some that are too far ahead and causing some crashes, because this was more stable for me before. There we go. See? So I don't know why it crashed before. Check this shit out. Runs Dreamcast like a dream. It's just perfect. Have a good one, Tyrannix. I think I will probably not do this test stream for very long, just as a heads up. I just wanted to make sure that I had everything functional and ready for our trip. And basically, I'm going to pack it all up as it is, all of the stuff that I have plugged in right now, so that I know that it'll be good on the road. And then I'll probably take a break to eat something and then come back and do a normal stream of Chronos. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. I always like loading up Dead or Alive too, because I feel like it's got one of the more impressive Dreamcast intros. This is my favorite part of this bit. The drugged out break in the middle. Is it award winning? Thank you for testing that, Fox. It seems they do. Ah. Unfortunately, I don't really watch her stuff, or yeah, I guess I just don't really watch her stuff anymore because I found like we're just too opposite in terms of our opinions. She has a lot of opinions on things that I have found almost irritating. Like, for instance, she and I are on opposite sides of the great Last Guardian divide. Oh no. Yep, that caused it to. Man, what's up with that? Oh, there's also an interesting feature of this operating system, and I don't know if other ones probably maybe they'll support it. Who knows? But the Raspberry Pi 5, and I think the 4 as well, both have a dual HDMI output. And so this operating system supports stuff like, for instance, the DS. So right now I have everything set to single screen, but dude, I fucked things up by updating the BIOS. I shouldn't have done that. It's for an upcoming version of the operating system, but it has caused there to be crashes and stuff that were fine. Like things were fine before. Now DS just doesn't work at all. Damn it. Nothing works. Nothing. That's crazy. I completely broke DS. Does Game Boy work? I don't think I've ever looked at this game before, but that was great. I love this. Basically, I need to find an older dump of the BIOS and overwrite back to what I had before, most likely. That's what I gotta do. The Adventures of Star Saber. Seems cool. Yeah, yeah. Support for the touchscreen DS stuff is pretty good in general. Console BIOS, if a so basically there's entire dumps of all the BIOS needed for all of this, and I jumped ahead a version because I didn't think it would matter. I was wrong, obviously, because it has fucked stuff up. But yeah, outside of the BIOS fuck ups, this seems to be working fine. Capture's working. I'm playing actually on my Checkmate monitor, which is very cool. Uh, let me check. I don't know off the top of my head. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I'm looking here. Aha. Looks like Swan Station. Swan Station is the one. Yeah, that's why there are BIOS packs included or provided alongside this OS, because basically it puts all of the like figuring out the emulator shit and BIOS shit and all that stuff behind the scenes essentially, so you don't have to fuck with all that crap. The idea is you have the systems, you have the ROMs, you play this ROMs, you know, and they perform the way that they should. It's supposed to try to like target accuracy essentially. It's the objective of this operating system, which is obviously in the territory of the shit that I care about a lot. Because one of the things that I always disliked about emulators is the shit where they go wildly off-road from accuracy to the original consoles and games and stuff. It's fine, it's just like not my preference, not to my taste. So that's why this operating system really tickles my fancy. I love this title screen. It's one of my favorite in the whole world of games. This like 2 frames per second underwater ocean scene. And every time they come back to the title screen, they show a different little portion of it. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, Chrono Cross has incredible music. One day I need to actually genuinely play this damn game. It's so beautiful. It's some of Squaresoft's like peak artistry, in my opinion. I loved Chrono Trigger. That game was fantastic. It was extremely your shit. Hell yeah. I very sadly just didn't ever get around to playing it. But I mean, there's so many games on my backlog. See, this is one where I feel like the ambiscan doesn't quite work because the game is also rendering less than full screen, so you get the black bars at the top and the bottom anyway, and then that makes the ambiscan look weird. I'm checking to see if I can get the old BIOS dump. I can. And I have. I'm going to test that real quick as well. Make sure that I can actually run the things I want to run. I don't know what'll happen if I overwrite them on the fly here. But I'm gonna find out. Look at that scene. Also, this looks absolutely fantastic with scanline settings and such. However, you do have to also use like I think int vertical. So I would need to do like this, and then boom. And also I'm gonna turn ambiscam off. I keep calling it ambiscam. Ambiscam, it's a hoax. Now, unfortunately, the scan lines are not going to look good, probably on stream with the encoding. But it looks absolutely stellar on the Checkmate monitor for me. I am correct. It doesn't look good. Let me try skipping out of the video, because the video is going to be like extra encoding. Actually, maybe this will be worse because of PlayStation 1 dithering. Does this look like shit for you guys? Better or worse? Worse or better? It just doesn't add to it. Gotcha. One thing that scanline filters don't do is that they don't replicate like color bleeding across lines and pixels and stuff. Yeah, you basically have to be watching at 1080p for this scan lines to look correct for you guys. So you have to be on source 1080p, and you have to have the video player also scaled at exactly 1080p. All of that has to be aligned, and then it would look correct for you. Chrono Trigger better. Yeah, this game has one of the soundtracks of all time for sure. Just unbelievably good. It's so cool. That place with the Rick Astley song, that shit is so weird. But it is basically exactly that. Well, it looks like I won't be able to overwrite the BIOS because I was already engaged with a transfer of the entire ROM library to an SD card, the one I'll be taking with me off of the NAS, and that's been taking a while.
I have an important question.
Okay, what up?
Why am I wrapping presents when I saw
thought you wanted me to wrap some presents, and I asked you.
Yeah. And I said yes. And you stayed in
You
here all
said
day.
no earlier.
No, I didn't.
Well, I'll wrap them.
I thought we were both gonna wrap. And then you were like, no. Okay.
No, that's. I was doing things. I wasn't doing nothing.
No, but
Would you like me to come wrap
I
presents?
did want to. And I talked to them. So I'm upside down first, so like the seam is so like also the boxes that we have are just ugly as fuck, so they're gonna need wrapping paper and then it's gonna be like nasty old Amazon box. I'm gonna have to be like, it's not finished, I promise.
I mean, that's okay. You gotta have a box of some kind. That's not a big deal. All right. Well, I'm gonna help wrap presents. So I think we did a sufficient test here. I mean, ultimately, this is probably not going to matter, like I said, because the internet is going to be probably terrible, as usual. And it's probably going to be so bad that we won't even be able to play games. I'm hoping that that won't be the case. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I am going to eat. I'm going to help wrap some presents. And then once that's done, I may get back on and do some Chronos. Alrighty. But thanks for popping in and helping me with testing this out and chatting. If I don't see you later, have a good one, and I'll see you next stream. And have a good holiday.